все понял, в чем была проблема. В общем, всех приветствую. Сейчас будем проходить Котор 2. Падение на темную сторону. Все как обычно. Буквально 2 секунды еще. Все понял. Что ж, не будем тянуть. Поехали. Напомню, на чем закончилось прошлое. Это в конце концов убежали из Пирагуса, получается, подорвав там все и уничтожив все. Нам осталось лететь на ближайшую станцию, чем мы, собственно, займемся. Но перед тем, как лететь, нам надо, по-моему, поговорить с Грей. Чем, собственно, и займемся сейчас.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give.
Ты пришел за новыми ответами. Ну, я также начну диалоги, если начну там быстро прям лететь, то я резко, наверное, прервусь, хотя, конечно, постараюсь. А если вот такие простые, то успею, наверное, их читать. Ты пришел за новыми ответами. У меня их осталось мало. Так. Когда ты потеряла руку, я тоже это почувствовал.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it.
Ну, я как говорил, мы идем по темному пути, да, соответственно, первые нам точно не подходят. Раз я ощутил потерю твоей руки, что бы произошло, если бы ты умерла?
I do not know.
Я не знаю.
I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme. Какие последствия? Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
Что мы можем сделать так? Я не позволю, чтобы моя жизнь была связана с какой-то полумертвой, бродящей старухой.
If you think a connection to one such as yourself gives me any comfort, then you would be wrong. I desire this no more than you do. It seems that at times of stress and pain, if they catch us unawares, then the pain is transmitted between us.
Есть ли у нашей связи какие-нибудь преимущества?
It seems the force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Вы с Грей обладаете способностью цепь силы. Когда один из вас использует способность силы на себе, другой тоже получает от нее пользу.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
Когда мы были на Пирагусе, я снова почувствовал силу.
Indeed. And was it the same as before?
И было ли это так, как раньше? Нет, она была другой, слабой.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
От силы не так легко. если это их рук дело, у них не было на это права.
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
Свою связь с силой без причины. Невозможно отрезать кого-то от силы. Это все равно, что сделать кого-то глухим или слепым. Нет, отрезать кого-то от силы — это как потерять все свои чувства разом.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you.
Раз джедаи не сгинули с концами, то я прикончу их всех за то, что они сделали со мной. Но это самый очевидный ответ для темного.
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
Ты сказал, что это возможно. Как?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again. And if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
А если ты не позволишь мне помочь тебе, тогда другие джедаи должны тебя обучить или обратить причиненный им вред. Ну, для ситха, я скажу так, важно получить все знания от своего учителя, а потом этого учителя предать. Для меня будут честью любые уроки, которые пожелаешь мне дать.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that, and perhaps we shall survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
Если обучение у тебя наделит меня властью, тогда я буду слушать.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you, through my words and presence.
Так, у меня были еще другие вопросы.
Ask.
Мне нужно знать больше о тех ситхах, что охотятся за нами.
These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split. Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith. But in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
Реван отведала ее, как и Малак. Но эти ситхи духи кажутся другими.
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked.
Ситхи на Перагусе знали некоторые приемы сил, но они были крайне слабы.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
Чем сильнее ты станешь, тем больше придет.
Ask.
Еще вопрос. И что нам теперь делать?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
Если ты пойдешь, по всей галактике разразится эхо. Нам нельзя и дальше убегать, пока они нас не поймают.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. It is the journey. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough. Before the war, Jedi who failed their training were sent to the fields of Telos to serve the galaxy, not as Jedi Knights, but as farmers and laborers. The destruction of Telos was complete. I doubt any Jedi remain. Yet there may be echoes of their passing. We shall see.
Мы еще посмотрим. А если мы на Телосе не найдем ни следа учения джедаев, которые могли бы помочь нам?
Then I am left with nothing more than we had already. My faith in you and your ability to meet what comes. Ask.
Можешь ли ты рассказать мне, что происходило после мандалорских боев?
Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5.
Расскажи мне о мандалорских войнах.
It is a tale you already know well.
Знаешь.
Almost a decade ago, the Mandalorians began preying on the Republic, bringing the fires of war to many planets along the Outer Rim. Their predations continued, winning victory after victory, until the Republic finally begged the Jedi Council for aid.
Но ведь на зов откликнулись только некоторые рыцари джедаи. Но совет джедаев не помог. Помогли лишь некоторые рыцари джедаи. Совет джедаев соглашался, но действовал недостаточно быстро. Пришлось действовать нам.
Indeed, the Jedi Council counseled caution and patience to assess the Mandalorian threat as the Outer Rim burned.
Ревен и Малак отказались ждать.
Two Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, defied the Jedi Council. They challenged the Mandalorian fierceness and brutality on the battlefield with a viciousness of their own. Revan's entrance into the conflict marked the true beginning and end of the war. It was Revan who drove the Mandalorians back into the unknown regions.
Пока мы не уничтожили их на Малахоре 5.
Yes, I have heard tales of Malachor 5 and Revan's part in it. I know you served there in that final battle. It must have been a terrible thing.
Я спросил о том, что ты знаешь, а не я.
You asked what had happened, and I am telling you. The past sent echoes into the future, and what seemed a victory for the Republic was far from it. Many believed the Mandalorians defeated Malachor 5, but the Mandalorians taught the Jedi much through battle. And so it was that Malak, Revan, and the Jedi that followed them discovered their true natures in the Mandalorian crusade. But you know this.
И падшие за ними джедаи открыли в походе мандалорцев свою истинную природу. Но ты это знаешь. Если бы я мог, я бы за ними последовал.
If you had followed them, then you would have learned the lesson of a follower. Perhaps it was fortunate you did not. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic. Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic, wounds that bleed still. As all Sith do without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War. No one knows, certainly not I. Korriban lies in ruins. Revan is gone, and the blade of war she promised to stab into the heart of the galaxy has withdrawn. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know. It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive. Perhaps. It is sometimes difficult to find the truth in the Jedi Civil War. Was it the Republic that defeated Malak, or was it Revan? If it was Revan, then the Republic was never truly tested. A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive. We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you.
Эта угроза направлена на меня.
The Republic was never what was important ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come. Ask, and I will answer. I would see to that fool in the cockpit and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
Ну, 4-й. Пусть только попробует, и я размажу ему череп.
Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first, and his allies next.
Так, новая запись, темная сторона и получено влияние от Рэй. Чего мы, собственно, и добиваемся. Мы добиваемся полной тьмы. Ты не знаешь, откуда взялся этот HK-дроид в кладовой? Влияние неудачное. Ладно, один из таких дроидов всего-то пытался убить нас на первой оси, знаешь ли. Так, у меня были еще вопросы. Как ты сюда попал? Ты нарочно избегаешь ответа. Почему? Дай мне проверить твою ядро. Я осторожно обещаю. Мне нужно убедиться в том, что ты в порядке. Просто дай мне все проверить, хорошо? Неудачно. Похоже, что мне понадобится больше навыков, чтобы вскрыть это, да? Черт, она оттуда упорно не вылезает. Давайте. Забудь, у меня были другие вопросы. По твоему виду ты принес много урона за эти годы. И сколько было повреждений? Значит, ты лишился множества программ поведенческого ядра вдобавок к повреждениям корпуса. Что ж, я уверен, ты свои навыки еще возвратишь. Я рад, что ты с нами. Не хочу вот это говорить по простой причине. Дроида этого можно модифицировать. Похоже, ты нуждаешься в рутинном техосмотре. Просто сиди на месте, много времени не займет. Успешно. Должно быть в самый раз. У тебя все хорошо. хорошо. Наконец-то закончили. Заняло больше времени, чем казалось. Теперь ты должен стать чуть крепче. Благодаря вашим ремонтным навыкам Т3 получил +1 к телосложению. Отлично. Что значит я исчез на мгновение? Ты же был отключен. А давайте попробуем еще раз просмотр. Неудачно, да, влияние? Оставь это, я пойду. Светлая сторона. Ребят, не туда мы пошли. Я думал, что в первый раз все сделал правильно. Отключись на время, все кончится через секунду. Успешно. Это должно разогнать твой процессор. +1 к интеллекту. Стеклянный взгляд, о чем ты говоришь? Так, понятно. Оставь это, я пойду. Еще опыт получили. Да, мы, конечно, получили светлую сторону за ремонт дроида. А что у нас там? Навыки. Компьютер можно. Убеждение. Типа, допустим, так. Способности. О, хилка нам доступна. Ну, наверное, хилку стоит взять. В любом случае, пусть будет. Хотя... Не буду ничего пока брать.
How's our passenger? She's still aging?
Как наша пассажирка все еще стареет? Для того, кому нечего сказать, она много разговаривает. Или нет? Загадочная, как всегда.
What a surprise.
Какая
Just so you
неожиданность.
Jedi know,
Просто
the whole
знаете,
cryptic
да,
routine
это
isn't mysterious,
все
it's
эти
just
ваши
irritating.
загадочные
If you really can see
монологи
the future, you
вовсе
should
не
be at the
таинственные,
Bazak table.
просто раздражающие. Если вы, правда, видите будущее, то вам надо сидеть за Bazak столом. Но чтобы познать силу, нужно познать себя. Не думаю, что Грей джедай.
Then she must be
Тогда она
royalty,
должна быть
because she's got to be
аристократом,
queen of
потому
the
что
galaxy to bark out orders like that.
приказы может
Or
только
maybe she's
королева
senile.
галактики.
I mean, how old
Ну,
do you
то
think
есть,
she
сколько
is?
ей лет,
She
по-твоему?
may have been
Раньше
good
она,
looking once,
может быть,
but it takes some
хорошо
hard living to
выглядела,
make
но
creases
такие
like that.
мужчины от хорошей жизни не бывают. Если она выглядит, по-твоему, хорошо, то в тебя точно попали из бластера, когда я отвернулся.
Hey, I just got out of prison. If we had a decent navicomputer, trust me, we'd be dropping out of hyperspace into the Nar Shaddaa Red Sector right now. After spacing that old witch, of course.
Конечно, сбросив старую ведьму в космос. следующем пути. Давай пока сосредоточимся на полете к Теусу.
Like we have a choice? It's the only place Baragas had logged in their astrogation charts. Well, if you thought Baragas was dead, then Telos is a dying world they're trying to breathe back to life. Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you. Oh, no. Look, I respect your privacy. I mean, when have I ever asked you any questions? I mean, besides that one.
Ты знаешь что-нибудь о том дроиде-убийце?
No, not much. Except sounds like it was after you. As far as I'm concerned, you handled that pretty well. No more droid, no more problem.
Нет дроида, нет проблем. С каких пор протокольные дроиды занимаются платной охотой?
Yeah, well, you got me there. Look, droids, I don't trust them. That one we fought, some of them are built like that. Others just, well, break. In the head. Sometimes conflicting orders cause it. Give a droid too much data or tell it to do something it can't do, it'll crack their behavior module in half. Others just don't get memory wipes and they start going crazy. Speaking of which, I think that little trash compactor's long overdue. Trust me, droids were made to break, and most of all, they're predictable and stupid.
Нет, дроиды затем и сделаны, чтобы ломаться. И они в большинстве своем предсказуемы и глупы. Что ты имел в виду, сказав, что от карты галактики не будет особой...
Well, the astrogation system is voice printed and locked down, but that T3 unit is doubling as the astrogation system. You can try to plot a course, but without that T3 unit to perform the calculations, you'd probably plow us into a star. As long as he doesn't steal the ship, we should be all right.
Пока он не решил украсть наш корабль, с нами все будет в порядке. Кто закрыл голосовую печать? Систему астрогации.
I have no idea. Previous owner, maybe? Love to get it overhauled, but that's a major job. Besides, the droid will be good enough for now. Takes all kinds. Maybe someone didn't want anybody taking the ship out of the system, or knowing where the ship had been. Smugglers do it all the time in case the Republic decides to board them. Or so I hear. So, what happened?
Итак, что случилось?
Don't give me that. There were plenty of times back on Paragus where a lightsaber would have been helpful. So where's yours?
Мой световой меч забрал у меня совет.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong. Were you a single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
А я вот не знаю. Это мы сейчас решаем, какой у нас был меч. Это повлияет на будущее, я так думаю, что мы его, должны все-таки будем найти. Двухклинковый — это интересная тема. Наверное, я возьму одиночный все-таки. И во вторую руку тоже одиночный возьмем. Или двухклинковый. Вообще в одиночный можно будет больше всяких модификаторов ставить. Всяких кристаллов и всего остального. Давай скажем одиночно.
Figures. It wasn't red, was it?
Ну да, он же не был красным, да? И клинок и кристалл были уникальными. Вообще-то кристалл был краснее глаза Лайгрека.
Great. Maybe you and that Sith Lord can have a party after we're dead. Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
видать, это было что-то. Пригодился бы сейчас, когда... Тогда бы эти ситхи дважды подумали, чем идти за нами. Думаю, будь он у меня, они стали бы упорнее за мной охотиться.
All right, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Она на стене позади тебя. Ну, собственно, все. Пирабус. Все. Путешествуем.
Attention, this is Citadel Station Bay Control, Dock Module 126. Please remain where you are. Lieutenant Dahlgren will arrive shortly to meet you. That is all.
I don't like the sound of that. If they think we caused the explosion, here comes the welcoming party. They may not know what happened, so don't blow it.
I'm Lieutenant Gren, Telos Security Force. I'm under orders to take you into custody in regards to the destruction of the Paragas mining facility.
Мы к этому не имели никакого отношения. Мы арестованы.
You haven't been formally charged, but you will be placed under house arrest pending the results of our investigation. Due to the nature of the investigation, I have no specific timetable to offer you. In the meantime, your ship and any droids will have to be given over for safekeeping. Yes, that includes you. You are a droid, so you will be detained. In addition, we will have to take your personal arms and armor until the completion of our inquiry.
Это возмутительно, у вас нет никаких доказательств.
You are the only witnesses of the mining facility's destruction. Thus, it is necessary for us to keep you under surveillance until we have a better idea of what happened.
Не достигнем лучшего понимания того, что произошло. Я с этим не соглашусь, мы уходим.
Look around you. Even if you manage to overcome all of us, Bay Control could simply open the MagCon field and shoot you into space. So, let's not do this the hard way.
Все не будем усложнять. Соглашусь, но вы мне еще все равно заплатите за трудности.
Given your position, it would be a good idea if you took a more accommodating tone. My men will relieve you of your arms and armor. Follow me.
Tell me I'm not going to jail again.
Не говорите мне, что меня опять сажают. А говорили, никто на корабль не пройдет.
You will be held here briefly. Living quarters are being arranged for you and your companions as we speak. Someone will return shortly to escort you to an apartment in residential module 082.
Постойте, у меня есть вопросы.
I've many matters to tend to. Your questions will have to wait.
Well, we might be here for a while. Might as well get comfortable.
Someone is coming. So this is the last of the Jedi. I must admit, I'm a little disappointed.
The exchange is a bounty on Jedi, you know. You're worth quite a bit of money.
The exchange, huh? I'm pretty sure some two-bit pistol jockey like yourself isn't one of them.
Hey, I'm more than skilled enough to work for the exchange.
You bounty hunters couldn't even win a fair fight. You're the cheapest, most worthless mercenary scum in the galaxy. I'd hire a Mandalorian over your filth in a second.
No Mandalorian could match my skills. No Mandalorian could have been clever enough to infiltrate this station, taken the identity of one of the guards, then...
Then what? Overloaded our force cage fields and made it look like an accident? You probably don't even have the guts to fight me. Pathetic.
Don't think overloading your cages had not occurred to me. You're wanted alive, but I doubt anyone will care as long as I bring them your corpse.
Мы на станции ТСБ. И как же тебе все это сойдет с рук? Откуда ты здесь?
Like I said, the exchange has put out a huge bounty on Jedi. I'm just looking forward to early retirement.
Не отход от дела. Мы на станции ТСБ. И как же тебе все это сойдет с рук?
The security cameras have mysteriously shorted out. There will be no witnesses to your escape attempt, during which I'll have been forced to kill you. By the time the TSF realize I'm not one of them, I will be far from this place.
Я уже буду далеко отсюда. А твое тело останется прямо здесь.
Come, Jedi. It is time to die.
Hey, leave him alone. You want to fight? Then try me if you've got the guts.
You have goaded me once, and you shall not do so twice. But I shall dispose of all of you eventually. And an old woman, a fool, and a broken Jedi are no match to my skills.
В общем, самоутвержденный молодой человек, который сейчас погибнет.
Time to take you down to size. Say the word.
The security cameras are... What? What's going on here?
Man down! Quick! Call a medic!
All right, Jedi. I want you to back up slowly. Hands in front of you. Into the force cage. Cooperate, and we won't have to gun you down.
Come on, Lieutenant. They've already killed...
Они уже убили.
Who is that? Is that Batu Ram?
Впечатляет. Вы позволили убийце затесаться в свои ряды.
Rem's no assassin.
Batu Rem is on leave. He shouldn't even be on the station. This man isn't him.
Человек не он. Меня радует, что кое-кто обратил на это внимание после того, как он попытался меня убить.
We've arranged for an apartment in residential module 082. You'll stay there under house arrest until our investigation of the Progress matter is complete. You'll be under TSF protection. I'll personally clear any visitors to your quarters, and we'll investigate this incident to the best of our ability.
Для расследования все, что в наших силах. Все, что в ваших силах, не очень-то обнадеживает. Просто отведите меня в мою квартиру.
Officer, got Lieutenant Yima a report of this incident. She'll look into this. The rest of you come with me. We'll escort you to the apartment in 082 immediately.
Ух.
These will serve as your quarters for the duration of your house arrest. 2 officers will be stationed outside at all times. Again, I'll clear any visitors. There won't be another incident.
But just to be on the safe side, why don't you leave us a blaster or two?
I can't say. We have a ship examining what's left of the Paragas facility now, so your stay might be brief. We'll keep you informed.
Now, this is a step up from a force cage, at least.
If there are any problems, we'll use the wall terminal to contact you. Let's go.
This isn't good. We've got to get off this station. What do you think the TSF is going to find at Paragas? That could bring the Sith... You know what? Forget it. As long as we're trapped here, it doesn't matter.
We cannot stay in any one place too long, but our path has brought us here for a reason. I must meditate on this. In the meantime, we should rest.
Yeah, you go ahead and meditate. As for me, I could use some sleep.
А мы вместе будем медитировать. Отлично. Мальчик. Так, под Батурема офицера ТСБ на станции Цитадели замаскировался убийца, который посягнул на вашу жизнь. Когда вы были там из-за заключения, стоило бы попытаться выяснить, кто и зачем его нанял. Хорошо. Ответить.
Excuse me, you have a caller. Moza, representing the Ithorian planet restoration interests on Telos. Lieutenant Gren's cleared him if you'd like to speak with him.
По вопросу планетарного развития, наверное, что-то там. Лейтенант Грен дал ему допуск, если хотите поговорить с ним. Чего он хочет?
He says he wishes to speak with you on behalf of Chodo Habat. That's all he will say.
О чем он будет говорить? Хорошо.
Very well. I'll let him in now.
Я его сейчас встретиться с вами от имени Чода Хабата, нашего здешнего лидера. Почему он сам не пришел? Наш лидер, он занят многими задачами. Сожалею, что не смог зайти лично. Исцеление этой беды. Слав своего главного помощника. Он не пожелал вас обидеть. О чем это все? Вы знакомы с проектом Совраса? Нет. Не могли бы вы мне разъяснить? Победа стала была разгромлена в ходе гражданского войны. Несколько лет назад это место станция Цитадель энергетические поля для деления поверхности планеты на зоны. Как только зона стабилизируется, начинается заселение новых животных и растений. Тем не менее, Зарка. Возможно, вы слышали о возникших у нас с ней проблемах. Нет, какие у вас возникли проблемы? Известно в качестве областных и аграрных инженеров. Правительство попросило решить, что такое. Сначала дело шло гладко, республика нас щедро финансировала. Надеюсь, что ТО станет образцом. Правительство позволило нам фондом модернизации сети станции Цитадели. Позволило нам очистить и снова заселять небольшие порции поверхности. Потом начались неприятности. Отношения республики с увеличивая стоимость покупки с ростом станции. Стало не хватать сил для поддержания республики. Пришла Зерка, предложив поставки и охранные контракты. Зерка интриговалась. Интегрировал Стеллу в политическую систему. Их усилия значительно мешают нашему делу и вызывают ужасающие последствия для реставрации планеты. Каким образом Зерка вредит проекту? Недавно перехватил нас контроль над рядом реставрации. Если так дальше пойдет реставрационный процесс, республика больше не захочет предоставлять средства. Нужно для решения Теуса. Он останется мертвым навсегда. Зачем Зерка делать подобное? Мне самому известно, что могу понадобиться одному из крупнейших производителей оружия на реставрацию. Наверное, они добиваются невозбранного доступа на поверхность стелса, что обычно под запретом. Даже мы можем приземляться только у себя в установленных участках. Каким образом они отобрали зону реставрации? Комбинацию дыр в законах, политических подпусков, силовых приемов и саботажа. Мы, кажется, попросту готовы к Мы народ интернет. Мы только желаем помочь вернуть природную красоту Телоса. Так, и как я могу помочь? Доховат является могущественным жрецом, нашим духовным лидером. Он что-то почувствовал. Когда я прибыл чудо, ощущал, что вы можете помочь. Получил мне обязательно, что если можете помочь исцелению Телоса, он может быть способен исцелить и вас. Исцеление. Я не понял, что чудо имел под этим виду, что почувствовал с вашим принятием, указывающее на то, что
perhaps Chodahabat should turn his eyes to his own people, if they truly suffer so.
Если это предложение взаимной помощи заинтересует вас, пожалуйста, зайдите в торжественную резиденцию. Здесь, в жилом 082, когда сможете. Чудо-Хаббат будет крайне рад вас видеть. Я подумаю над этим. На это я и надеюсь. Прощайте. Ух.
Now perhaps we will be able to rest uninterrupted.
Отдых. Так, запись. Моза, представительница Иресов и Торцев по планетарной реставрации на Телосе хочет, чтобы вы пришли в их резиденцию в жилом модуле 082 Запад и поговорили с Чудо-Хаббатом.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. I am attempting to connect you with Executive Officer Jana Lorso. May I put you through?
Дженни Лорса. Могу я соединить вас? Так. Чего она хочет?
I am sorry,
Сожалею,
but I do not
я
know.
не знаю.
I
Всего
only
лишь
her administrative
я
assistant.
помощник.
May I put
Могу
you
я
through?
соединить вас? Да,
Thank you.
продолжим.
I will connect you now. Good day.
Thank you for accepting my call. As my assistant no doubt informed you, I am Jana Lorso. I understand that you were approached by an Ithorian earlier. Doubtless he tried to obtain your help, attempting to purchase it with imposed guilt and veiled threats. Yes, they play at being downtrodden innocents, having come to you because of these Jedi rumors that are going around the station. Oh, I'm sure you've heard that you're a Jedi, one of the last, wanted by the Exchange, and who knows how many other organizations, for reasons good or ill. But that's of no interest to me. The Jedi, and your standing with them, have no bearing on this discussion. Oh, and I suppose he didn't mention the Exchange, helping you with any problems here? In other words, the Ithorians won't lead the Exchange to you if you work with them. Well, no matter. My apologies. I never intended to waste your time discussing Ithorians. I believe you're a person of influence, someone I'd like on my side, rather than aiding the Ithorians, whose quasi-mysticism and bumbling foolishness is standing in the way of progress and profit. I'm not asking for your help, though. I'm offering you a job. Work for Zerka and be handsomely rewarded. You'd be helping yourself. If you're interested, please visit our offices here in Residential 082. B44 will know what to do when you arrive. Their plans for the restoration of Telos are aimless and meandering. Restore the sacred natural beauty of Telos, they say. Just what does that mean? How does that apply to natural resource development and consumption? The proper planning of urban sectors, resorts and tourism? It doesn't. The Ithorians are spending billions of Republic credits on a plan with no defined profit. If it continues, they'll drive the Republic into irreparable debt and have nothing to show for it but a few meadows and a weather generator the size of a small continent.
И генератора погоды размером с маленький континент. О какой работе мы говорим?
I'd rather discuss that in person. I'll be more than happy to answer any and all questions when you visit our offices.
Хорошо, зайду по возможности.
Excellent. Good luck with that messy investigation, and I hope to see you shortly.
We should get back to bed. Whenever they decide to release us, we should get going immediately.
Нам следует вернуться в постель. Только они решат выпустить нас, нам следует немедленно выдвигаться.
Explain something to me.
I do not have the years required, nor the desire to indulge you.
If he served in the war, well, Jedi are supposed to be tough, capable.
Yes, and what are they without the Force? Take the greatest Jedi Knight, strip away the Force, and what remains? They rely on it, depend on it more than they know. Watch as one tries to hold a blaster, as they try to hold a lightsaber, and you will see nothing more than a woman, or a man, a child.
But to lose so much, I guess I didn't realize how much they relied on it.
Do not be surprised. In many ways, even you are more capable than a Jedi. You could survive where they could not simply because you do not hear the Force as they do. It is irony of a sort, and it is why I tolerate your presence now.
But such a loss of ability, for a Jedi, it seems so extreme.
He has been gone from war some time. It is conflict that strengthens us, and isolation that weakens us, erodes us. Add to that he turned away from war, did all that he could to forget it, and the last piece clicks into place. But we have spoken enough of this, and we do him a disservice by not speaking of this while he is present.
I've come to inform you that the Telosian government has completed its inspection of what's left of the Paragas facility. It appears that the Harbinger had indeed been present, though it was gone when our ships arrived and was responsible for the station's destruction. Logs recovered from the facility's wreckage indicated that the miners perished as a result of sabotage, which began while you and your companions were either incapacitated or incarcerated. As such, you are to be released from house arrest. However, the Republic is sending its own ship. They have insisted that you remain on station for the duration of their search.
Они настояли, чтобы вы оставались на станции, пока они не проведут экспертизу. Зачем Республика послала корабль?
To further investigate the station's destruction and search for their missing ship, the Harbinger.
И разыскать свой пропавший корабль «Предвестник». Сколько мне придется здесь пробыть?
The sojourn is already en route, likely not more than a few standard days. Feel free to use these quarters during your stay.
Можете свободно пользоваться этим жильем, пока вы здесь.
The vessel's IND is complete. Please visit the TSF station and entertainment module 081 to complete the necessary paperwork at the front desk. The Ebon Hawk should be transferred from the impound docks by the time you're free to leave. After filling out the paperwork, it'll be transferred with your ship along with your confiscated weapons and armor.
Well, now what? We can't just stick around. We need to find a way off this station. Whether it's the Ebon Hawk or some other ship. We could hit Nar Shaddaa, maybe. If you've got people coming after you, it's where you go to get lost in the crowd. Hey, everyone needs to get lost once in a while. Get away from something, you know? It's no big deal. Look, this place is a waste. If Telos wasn't doomed before Paragas blew, it is now. Even more so if your friends from Paragas come calling. Because it depends on Citadel Station, and the Citadel depends on Paragian fuel and the Republic's senators. The Citadel's fuel source went up with the mining facility, and the bickering senators? Not something worth counting on.
It is difficult to say. I feel we came to Telos for a reason, but we may have spent too much time here already. Even if the Harbinger was destroyed at Paragus, more Sith could already be on their way. Still, there is a chance we might learn of other Jedi here, on the planet's surface. Jedi who might help us restore your abilities, or sever the link between us.
Well, what do you think?
Останемся мы или будем исследовать Теос, нам нужен корабль. Давайте найдем черный ястреб.
Makes sense. I'll follow your lead.
Фух, наконец-таки закончились все наши разговоры. У нас нет ничего. У нас абсолютно все отобрали. Сейчас будем изучать, значит, станцию.
The war is really...
Zerka's mercenaries are getting out of hand, and they're too much for the TSF to handle. We need Republic troops to restore order.
Tonoranga Manakaran, Epoinchua. Tonos Emeregith, Wanarakorachi Drumka, Sa Inchobin Sasha, Tosimana Rochetta. Tonos Emeregith, Wanarakorachi Drumka, Sa Inchobin Sasha, Tosimana Rochetta.
Что тебя хочет биржа?
In Wamagro, Nei Rangana Noruta, Taranamo Sibu and Gasarats, Krema Sunkun Ratungala, Chawi Mojubu and Kosoracha.
Продаешь запчасти для дроидов?
Чаби Доко, Тоноранга Маначунга.
Ну, понятно. Можно тебя попытать. Нет, нельзя. Заперто. Хорошо, потом взломаем. Не хочу сейчас ставить стрейты на взлом. Ну здесь тут такие же. Кредиты и запчасти.
Hey, what are you doing in my apartment?
Эй, что вы делаете в моей квартире? Отовариваюсь. На что это еще похоже?
You think I'm just gonna let you get away with this?
Думаете, я вам это теперь вот так вот спущу? И вы меня собираетесь остановить?
Yes, I will. I'm not going to let you push me around in my own place. Now get out of here before I get the TSF to throw you in jail.
Пока я не вызвал ТСБ и вас не швырнули в тюрьму. Я принимать это от вас не собираюсь.
Why not?
Почему нет?
You didn't seem to have a problem taking everything else.
От него взять все остальное. Вы правы, пожалуй, я и вашу жизнь возьму тоже.
What? You are crazy.
Лутаюсь где хочу.
Are psychotic urges all that drives you?
I don't know what even came over me. One second we were just standing there talking, and then...
I am not speaking to you, fool. Be silent.
Я не видел, чтобы сдерживалась ты. И что бы ты сделала?
I would examine the situation as a whole, all of its ties to the Force, and then decide which string to pull, not sever them all at once. Such crude methods grant you nothing. Perhaps, but not from those who matter. Oh, I grow weary of this. Perhaps time will allow my words to take root, if your common sense will not permit it.
Tu nitamanta yumar lordawata no sanasdika. Dovrei kun mili vuosa slima puguanga samoana muta. Gavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanji yuma. Tonghite mosi jotia yumba ditawa e bawatune ruta.
Этим затруднением.
Tong laldu chung nao. Dukane tunga горка чино сонка тича ночь.
У меня слабость к позаку. Ты должен понять. У меня в руке были идеальные карты. Я никак не мог проиграть. Но так и вышло.
Da hupa o sakurata go jujutu yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune.
Конечно, ты же ее рабы не сделал.
Da hupa o sakurata go jujutu yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune. Da hupa o sakurata go jujutu yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune.
Какова за нее цена?
Watagratunji mularayi mulagridirite krakolo mebosa.
Я посмотрю, что можно
Ento meshmi paju watamincha yokolunduado nukulabirawa kines un soto.
Damn thing's stuck.
I hear you.
Все-таки решил вернуться, осмотреть тут все. Тут тоже заперто. Они же нам звонили.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. How may I help you?
Могу вам помочь. Что ты можешь рассказать мне о Zerka?
Zerka Corporation has operations on many systems, providing everything from medical supplies to starship weapons systems. Here on Telos, Zerka Corporation is involved in the restoration project, which Zerka hopes will serve as a model for future operations of this nature. Good day. I am B4. How may I...
Я здесь по поводу встречи с женой Лорса.
Of course.
Конечно,
She has been expecting you. You will find her through the door and down the hall on the right.
I'm glad that Zerka put a capable woman in charge of the project.
I hear a lot of us are tempted to go, though. Asgol might not be a good guy, but for enough credits, any risk.
Lorso isn't the most popular executive I've worked under, but I'll say one thing. She gets the job done.
Давайте сохранимся.
I knew you'd come eventually. I'm confident that we will be able to reach a working agreement satisfactory to both you and I. But where are my manners? On behalf of Zerka Corporation, I would like to be the first to welcome you to Telos.
Вы говорили о работе. Нет. Что вы можете сказать по поводу жалоб, подаваемых икторцами?
I can understand why you might be on their side, but believe me, you wouldn't be doing Telos any favors assisting those amateurs. Oh, sure. Habat's intentions are good enough, but good intentions won't restore Telos. His expensive policy of relocating biological specimens from Onderon without any planning will doom Telos in the end. I don't think Habat even realizes that at their current pace, they will run out of funding before even half of the restoration zones are up and running. Zerka plans to use some of the planet's own resources to help fund the restoration. These extra funds will greatly improve the project in the long run. Habat, on the other hand, can't see beyond his own selfish concerns. We've discovered that the surface of Telos is covered with military facilities that were either destroyed or abandoned during the Sith attack. Salvaged raw materials from these sites can either be reprocessed and put back into service, or resold to help fund the project. Zerka has been managing the restoration project without the assistance of a droid for some time now. Habat has commandeered the new droid intelligence that was to be delivered to the station. I'd like for you to meet the shipment at Dock Module 126, Shuttle Bay 2, and bring the droid back here before the Ithorians foul things up again. Requisition, if it helps. As the Republic's fund for the restoration of Telos is now divided between both parties, it really isn't stealing, as you put it. It will save the Republic time and money if we cut through the process of having a droid transferred to us. It will be better for Telos in the long run.
Если вы хотите, чтобы я это сделал, придется заплатить.
Don't worry. Zerka wouldn't expect you to work unpaid and won't subject you to veiled threats and coercion like Habat. For your help in this matter, you will be paid the sum of 250 credits.
250 кредитов. Сейчас, одну секунду. 250 кредитов, и торцы заплатят мне больше.
You're right. 300 credits would be much more reasonable.
Будет гораздо разумнее. Мне нужно подумать об этом.
Very well then.
Ну,
I hope to
тогда
see you
очень
soon.
хорошо. Надеюсь, я скоро вас увижу. Ага. Ну вот. Звонок. Так. Получается, здесь все. В следующую зону там бежим. Хотя, знаете что, ребята? Наверное, на сегодня я закончу. Вот как раз мы подошли к торцу. Добро пожаловать, чем я могу помочь? Моза прислал меня поговорить еще до холода. Вот, мы здесь остановимся. Вот буквально. Потому что что-то мне стало немножко не по себе. Возможно, съел что-то не то. Значит, сохраняемся.